Hello there. Sorry, just having a few issues setting this thing up. It's the first time I've actually tried to set up a stream. I have no idea what the bitrate is like. I'm getting some warnings. So if the stream is choppy or not running very well at all, just let me know in the comments. Okay. I don't really know how many people to expect for this. Maybe 2 or 3. Who knows? So, this stream is a preview of the upcoming changes to the Hammer of Grungni in version 1.1.0, which should be released on the Steam Workshop sometime on Saturday. So not long to wait. So what does this new version bring? Well, this update is primarily changes for Ungrim. There are a few changes for Grombrindal and a few nerfs for Belagar, but Ungrim has been the focus here. So, Ungrim, what does he get? Well, the first thing he gets is 2 new types of Slayer units. So if we go to Karak Kadrin, and let's go to the building browser, then the 2 new Slayer types that he receives are, so we've got our standard Slayers, let's see if I can get it, here we go. So the first one is the Slayer Axe Thrower. So the intended role of this guy is just to have a missile unit to just soften up the opponents a little bit. So you can see that they only have 4 ammunition, which means that they're not going to be staying in range for very long. They're going to be in melee like a Slayer should be. It's just to give them a little bit of something extra. So they get 4 ammunition, and they throw axes, much like the what's the unit that throws the axes? I think it's the Iron. Is it the Iron Breakers, or is it? I can't remember the name of the one that throws the axes, but there is one in the game that already does. The second Slayer unit that I've added is the Slayer Harasser. So this guy is faster than other Slayers. Comes with a pistol, but only has 2 shots. Now the strength of that pistol shot is higher than a rifle shot, and the range is much lower. You can see it's only 60. So their intention is to be able to get into the back lines of your enemy, and then let off a few shots and then engage in melee, pretty much like the other Slayers. So to help them with their speed, so they've got a speed of 55, which if we look at the standard Slayer is, what's that, 15 extra. They have, where is it? There's a, nope. They are using a skill called Duck and Weave, which gives them additional speed, some melee defense, and some physical resistance. Oh, excuse me. Just say hi in the chat. Hi Travis, how you going? Hello Crom. HD or otherwise murdering mushrooms is a good time. I don't think I've murdered any mushrooms recently, but if that's a good thing to do, I'll see if I can find some to kill. So I'm just going to take a drink of water. Now, this is the first time I've actually tried live streaming, so please forgive me. I'm completely new to this, bit of a noob, and I'm probably going to be fucking up quite often, as you can see, as I just did. Apologies for the language. So back to the Slayers. So these guys intended to get into the back line of your enemy, since the dwarves don't have cavalry. It's nice just to have something that's a little bit faster and get there. Okay, what else do we get with the Slayers? You might be noticing that that's different, but that's just coming from a different mod. So let's go out of here. Alright, so the other changes for Ungrim we'll go through now. So you can notice now Ungrim has a new button down here called the Slayer Halls. So as it says, contains the different Slayer units and the beasts that you have tamed through the Monster Hunt mechanic. These can be upgraded with either Acclaim or Oath Gold. So if we click into this, so this is the new snazzy UI. So we've got a couple of things. So we've got these icons up here. This is the amount of Oath Gold you have. Here's the amount of Acclaim you have. And then these are your different Slayer types. So as you hover over it, it'll tell you what one you're looking at. So you can see Slayer Axe Throwers and Harassers. So each Slayer unit has 5 upgrades. And you can upgrade them by spending your Acclaim. So as you go through the different tiers, as you go through the 5 tiers, the upgrade will begin to cost more and more. So they all start at 50. And I've given 50 as the starting amount to the faction. So when you click this guy, he'll get an extra 10% weapon damage, or he'll get bonus versus large, melee attack plus 7, and additional ammo. So these values will probably need a bit of tweaking over the coming weeks. Because I haven't really had the chance to get any feedback on these changes. Yeah, so let's just give our general Slayers a bit of an upgrade. Let's give them an extra 10% weapon damage. So you can see that that's now gone up to tier 1, and we have the 10% weapon damage active, and it'll tell us what it needs next. So bonus for infantry is the next upgrade, but we don't have the Acclaim to do it, because we just spent all of our Acclaim on that upgrade. So apart from the new Slayers tab, we also have the new Beasts tab. So when we click into that, now you can see it starts off completely blank. This is because we haven't encountered any of the monsters yet. So as you encounter the monster hunts, their portraits start to show up. If you slay them, then their portrait remains grayed out. If you tame them, then it's activated and you can start giving them upgrades as well. And your upgrades are done using Oath Gold. So for a little bit of a difference. Alright, so I've also added with this, one thing that annoys me with some of the screens in the game, the base game, is you'll go into a screen and you'll click on a tab, and then when you go out and come back in, it's back to the default tab. It doesn't remember. So with this, I've made it remember. So I was on Beasts, and I'll go back in, and I'm on Beasts. If I click on Slayers, and then leave, and then go back in, it remembers I was on Slayers. So that's something that really annoyed me, and I thought it was a simple thing to do. I don't know why they haven't done it in the game. Do they have Stalk? Do they have Stalk? I have not given the Harassers Stalk, but that's an interesting idea. That's something I might make a note of. Just bear with me a second. I'll just open up a notepad window and I'll just make a note of that one. Oh, sorry about that. It's just jumped out of the game. Stalk for Slayer Harassers. Yep, that's an interesting idea. Not sure, but they have spores grow out of the ground. That's why there's no ladies. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know you meant the Harassers, so I'm just jotting that down as an idea. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, Crom, but okay. Okay, so back to the game. Let's leave the screen. Oh, actually, one thing back in there. You might have noticed on the Beasts tab, previously there were 6 monster hunts. So the last one you could hunt was the giant tree. There have been 2 more added in this version. I won't say what they are at this point. But the last 2 monsters are certainly tougher than the others. I've also fixed up some of the other monsters. Their attack values were pathetic. I think, which one was it? The spider had an attack of something like attack damage of about 27. So that's changed. It's now up at a few hundred. Okay, well, let's just go through some of the game, shall we? Right. What do we want to do with Ungrim?
You summoned
Oh,
me.
excuse me.
Agreed.
No, now I'm just playing on normal here.
I must fulfill my
Just
Slayer
relaxing.
oath.
And I'm not gonna fight that initial one.
Yes.
Okay, alright. What do we want to do? Let's give ourselves some gold or... Nope, 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 nope. Warriors, please, warriors. Okay, cool, warriors.
Ah, to die in battle.
Let's upgrade him, and we shall give him... Oh no, Rat Launcher and that one. And upgrade him, and he can have... Damn that. I'm just using a mod that gives 2 skill points at the moment. Ah, no. One thing I want to do is I want to open up the Runewood screen. So this has not changed in this version. This is all the same as it was in the initial version. And just go that, and that. And here we go.
What?
Could be one time, one of the upgrades. Oh, you could have the Stalk as an upgrade. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Might be mixing 40,000 of fantasy. I'll stop going on about vegetables in either case. Okay. I know absolutely nothing about 40,000. I know it's a sci-fi sci-fi setting, and that's it. Never really got into that one. Yeah, fantasy was what appealed to me. I played a little bit of the tabletop back in 6th edition. Had a couple of different armies. It didn't matter who I used. I always seemed to get the floor get beaten. Let's go for income from settlements.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Okay, let's recruit. I'll recruit some axe throwers and another Slayer. Are you excited to do mods in Warhammer 3? Excited isn't quite the right word. I'm nervous about mods in Warhammer 3. We have no idea what's changing in the back end, or what's changing with the lure. And I'm concerned that the changes might make things more difficult. So I don't know. So I wasn't around when Warhammer 1 was out on its own. So I never made any mods for Warhammer 1, so I don't know what the transition was like for modders between 1 and 2. So yeah, so I'm a little bit nervous about the transition from 2 to 3. I used to make mods for Civilization 6, and when they released their second expansion pack, can't remember the name of it, but when the second expansion pack was released, a number of the changes that they made in the back end completely screwed over the things I was doing with my mods, to the point where I would have had to rewrite them from scratch, and I just got so frustrated that I left and stopped doing Civilization 6 mods. I used to make mods that added additional victory types. I don't know if any of you have ever played Civ 6 or ever came across my mods, but I had an economic victory type, a growth victory type, an industrial victory type. There was about 5 I added. Yeah, so I'm nervous that going forwards we might have problems. Orcs are straight up a fungus-based bioweapon in sci-fi. Okay. Never thought about that. Hope it stays easy for everyone. Yeah, I hope it stays easy too. I don't know about porting this over. I mean, the dwarves are not going to be in the game straight away. They're not going to be in until Mortal Empires version 2 comes out, whenever that might be. So I guess I'll have plenty of time to look at what the setup is, mess around, and then hopefully port this across without too many issues. Although I suppose if I do have to rewrite it from scratch, then it gives me an opportunity to add more stuff in. So, yeah, got to look at it both ways, I guess. Oh, okay. Now, if you've played the original version of this, the Hammer of Grungni introduction used to come up on turn 1. I've had to move that to turn 2 because for some reason the game wouldn't let it show on turn 1 anymore. I hadn't changed anything to do with that part of the code, it just stopped working, which was really freaking annoying. So, because I wanted to keep my sanity and didn't want to mess around with that for too long because I had other things to do, it's just moved to the second turn. I mean, it's not a big thing. Okay, so let's see, where did those orcs go? I think they ran away. Yes, they did run away. They're cowards.
Onward.
Alright, let's just move up to the border.
Got then.
And let's get some more units. Let's just go for the basic warriors. Do I want a third slayer? No, we'll just go 3 more warriors. And let's go back to Drin, and let's go to the second level because I want to get some of the quarrelers. I like quarrelers. There's not much else to do, so let's just end the turn. I can't wait for the mega map. I really hope it's not just added onto the map we have now. I really want to sail from Nagaron to Nippon. I would love it if the map was like the Civ maps and you could sail all the way around the world, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. I have no idea if the Total War engine's capable of that. I don't know if we're going to see something like they did with Empire, where they split it up into segments. I really hope they don't do that. I didn't really like that segments thing from Empire. I'd rather have, if we can, one big contiguous block, even if we can't cross the border and go all the way around. Although there's really nothing, if they can't do that, so you cross the border and go all the way around, there's nothing to stop your army being transported to the other side, and the position of the screen shifting. It might be a little bit naff, so they'd probably have to have a fade in and fade out, but you know, that's a compromise if the engine can't handle it. But yeah, game 3, that's interesting. What do you guys think thus far of the what they've shown with just Kislev and just the Khorne units? Although it's really just Kislev units that they've focused on. Found the channel from DLC speculation, by the way. Very well made stuff. Didn't even know you made mods too. Yeah, I started making the mods first, and then the channel. I only made the channel to create a trailer for the first mod I did, which was not the first mod, but the first user interface mod, which was oh god, what the hell is the name of that one? Medallion of Chakwa. I wanted to make a trailer for that, and I needed to host it somewhere, so I made a YouTube channel. And then I made a Beastman video, I think was the first one, which wasn't a trailer, and I kind of found that I enjoyed it, so I kept going. And now, thanks to you guys, I've grown to 1,800 subscribers, which I didn't think I was going to manage to do just 6 months ago. So, very humble, very grateful for you guys for just watching the crap that I put out. I think I'm getting better at it, and I've quite enjoyed the ones I've released recently. I really enjoyed making the one about the Great Bastion. I really liked doing the ones about the Gates of Calith. And I thought the one about the Challenge Stone, the Ogres in the Chaos, was pretty interesting too. Hitman... Oh, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Hitman Malo. It's all really cool, but I really want to see Chaos not getting its teeth kicked in. Been seeing that all Warhammer 2, lol. Yeah, they haven't really shown Chaos getting the upper hand yet, have they? That'd be interesting to see. Crom says, keen to see what you come up with. Do you mean for Warhammer 3? I haven't even started to consider what I might do for the races in Warhammer 3. Hitman May... sorry, I'm going to butcher everybody's names here. Hitman Malo. I hope that was right. I'm really hoping they will show off Nurgle versus Cathay in the next big trailer with the Great Bastion. Yeah, I really hope we get some Cathay soon. And I know a lot of people love Khorne, but for me, Khorne is the least interesting of the Chaos Gods. So I'm kind of over the Kislev Khorne trailers we've been getting. I wasn't that enthused by the second one. It probably sounds really picky. Travis, I like your lore vids. Well, thank you, Travis. Bread, I like how Kislev turned out, but Khorne feels weak. Also, your mod is really cool. Got me back into dwarfs. Thank you, Bread. That's really nice of you to say. I did put a lot of work into this. At some points, I thought, my God, it's never going to get done. More than one point, I thought I've bit off more than I can chew. I think I've screwed the pooch. But in the end, it turned out pretty well. Even if I do say so myself. Crom, personally been waiting 12 years for a visual representation of Chaos Demons as a full roster. So excited to see what's to come. Total Warhammer 2 has been great. Yeah, Total Warhammer 2 has been great. I've only been playing the game for a year, so I guess I'm a relative noob at the Total Warhammer. As I said previously, I've played played on the tabletop with Bretonnians, Undead, excuse the car there, Bretonnians, Undead, Orcs, Tomb Kings. Those were the 4 that I used to use on the tabletop. Brad says, your mod is really cool, got me back in draws. Oh, sorry, I've read that one, you got it right. Hitman Mellow, yes, the mod is amazing, love it with a lot of other mods, I have fun for them. The next big thing for the mod, after this is released on Saturday, is to figure out SFO compatibility. A lot of people love SFO, and rightly so. I think it's an excellent mod. Venris and the team have done an incredible job on that.
Moving.
But I've got to figure out how to get my stuff to seamlessly work with that. Hopefully it's just a matter of tweaking the values of the units and maybe 1 or 2 of the runes, and there aren't any major hurdles. Crom, yeah, been around on the tabletop since 4th edition. Jeez. Okay. With Zinch Daemons, they've never been big in a video game yet. Yeah, Zinch Daemons. I'm looking forward to seeing what the other demon ones look like. 4th edition, my God, that's early. Jeez. Yeah, I had fun with 6th edition. I think there was myself and about 5 mates. We all purchased starter sets at the same time, and we each specifically chose a different race. And we'd get together on the weekends and have games. And there was one guy who was Chaos Warriors, and I think Chaos Warriors and Demons were really overpowered. Or at least they seemed that way, because they would kick everybody's ass. So either he was really good at it, or his units were just far better. Alright, what should we do? Should we attack Nasharak's lair, perhaps?
To war.
Yeah, why not? They're a good target.
Pray I meet with Grimnir.
Sorry, I'm doing so much talking, I'm not doing much gameplay. I'm just gonna see if I can... Crom says, Zinch ironically having the worst law of magic of the Chaos Gods, despite being the god of magic. Well, hopefully they'll change that in Game 3. Hitman Malo, I enjoy SFO, but I feel they add too much. You get plus this, but minus this, and I don't like how weak the orcs are in it. Otherwise, I like it a lot. There is an awful lot to it, so it can be overwhelming. I understand that. I'd agree with that. Oh, sorry about the car again. I live on a main road, so there's quite a bit of traffic that goes by. It's really annoying when I'm trying to record videos. Yeah, I like SFO. I don't play it that often, and I haven't actually played it for a while because the last version I couldn't get it to run on my machine for whatever reason. I'm hoping when I download their new version, which just after their new update, that it'll be okay. Crom says, yeah, there used to be 100% fearless demons used to be busted. Okay, yeah, they felt that way. Sorry, Matt's just getting a little bit dry. Okay. Oh, who we got here? That's... Oh, Lamien Sisterhood. I wonder when they will come to the game. Possibly in the next DLC, who knows? Right, let's attack this. Oh, it's not worth fighting that. And I'll just occupy that. Kara's Anchor. Research rate and upkeep my... Oh, for Slayer units, excellent. Now, how much acclaim do we have? 20, cool. Alright, so in the first version of this mod, acclaim, you could only get the acclaim by taming the monsters. There were a few requests that there be another way of getting the acclaim. So I've made it so that for each battle that you fight and win, you'll get 10 acclaim. Now that might seem like a lot, but if you want to upgrade all 4 types of Slayers to their maximum upgrade, you need about 2,000 acclaim. So if you're taming all the beasts and not getting acclaim from that, and just relying on acclaim from fighting battles, you know, that's 200 battles you have to fight before you can upgrade all your Slayers. But I wanted to give people the ability to tame beasts and get a few upgrades, because otherwise you're missing out completely on one section. So you should see acclaim coming from fighting and winning battles now. What do I want? Minus cost recruitment. One. Let's go that. Okay. Unassign skill points. Okay, what have we got?
I am the Slayer King.
Yeah, just do that. And this guy. Okay. What have we got in the chat? What do you think the pre-order race is? I really hope it's Chaos Dwarves, but I would like Ogre Kingdoms too. The pre-order race is a tough one. For a while I was pretty sure it was going to be a new race. Sorry, no, obviously it's going to be a new race. I was pretty sure it was going to be a race that's primarily Game 3, so I thought it was going to be the Hobgoblins, as in the Hobgoblin Carnate. And I would really love to see the Hobgoblin Carnate. I mean, I made a video on them. I just like their aesthetic. But I was thinking, because they've been expanding the... Oh, I thought it frozen for a second. Because they've been expanding at this direction, you know, I was wondering what was the point of them doing so if they're not going to give us a race, if the pre-order race is not going to be utilizing that area. So now I think that it might be Chaos Dwarves, which would be fantastic, as long as they then give those Chaos Dwarves DLCs in the future. I wouldn't want it to be Chaos Dwarves and then have them be neglected like Norska have been. So yeah, I'm thinking at this point in time, I'm thinking it's going to be Chaos Dwarves. But I'd be happy with Chaos Dwarves or Hobgoblin Carnate. I don't think it'll be the Ogre Kingdoms. There's a lot of... They'd have to put a lot of work into them. I heard some people are still saying Araby, but I don't see how that's possible. I think Araby... If we ever see Araby, it's going to be near the very end of the game. But it might be Dogs of War, but then how the hell do you implement Dogs of War? They're really a tricky one to do. Hitman Malo, I'm curious with the store page for Warhammer 3. It sounds like the pre-order race is for the third game, like Chaos was for the game 1. Yeah, it's kind of unclear. I've just gone with the assumption that it's going to be playable in both, but you might be right. It may just turn out that it's only game 3. In which case, it's wide open. If it's only game 3, it could be the Hobgoblin Incarnate, could be Chaos Dwarves, could be Old Kingdoms, probably not. Could be Nippon. If it is only game 3, I would love to see Nippon added. I doubt it would be Ind. I really doubt it would be Koresh. Although at some point I would love to see Koresh come to the game. Who else could it be for game 3? The Kurgans, perhaps? I mean, they're very similar to the Norskans. I doubt we'll see Ogre Kingdoms before Siege rework. Otherwise it's a gate rush every fight with only snotlings for other tasks. Yes, true. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what their Siege rework has. The Siege rework, for me, is one of the big things. If they just give us a few tweaks here and there, then that's just going to be very disappointing. It needs to be overhauled quite a lot, although, to be honest, I don't know exactly what it needs to make it, well, better. Okay, let's see. So we've taken that. Do we have the ability to hire?
What?
Ah, good, we do. That's what I want. Alright, 4 units of that. Ah, excuse me. Really not used to so much talking. Oh, for a second I thought that the Lamian Sisterhood were laying siege to me, but no, they're just standing right outside my door for some reason. Okay, let's push north and attack Khazid Ukralaz. I've never tried saying that one before. Not out loud anyway. Oh no, we can't push forward quite yet. We're waiting for that Koala. Do we have money to get more? Yeah, we do. Oh, we're running a negative. Oh, what don't I want? I don't want to be running a negative. Yeah, let's get rid of him.
Onward.
Okay, alright. Have I implemented one of these yet? Yeah, I have.
It is time.
Alright, how's my acclaim? Still at 20. Alright, so we'll need to wait a 10. So, what do we got? Crom, likewise, sieges are easily the weakness of an otherwise excellent game. Yes, and the siege maps, they're too similar, I think, is one of the big things for me. There needs to be a lot more variety in the siege maps, and they need to be bigger. I reinstalled Troy a couple of days ago, because I don't think I'd given it a fair shake the first time. So I've reinstalled Troy, and I was playing a siege on that, and I could attack from, I think it was 3 different sides, and the map was huge. So if they don't make that possible in Warhammer 3, I'll be pissed, because they've made it possible in Troy. What else do we have? I wasn't sold on Hobgoblins till your video. Oh, cheers. I also really hope we see more race packs for the 3rd game than what we have seen for the first 2. Let's see, so what do we get in the first game? So Warhammer 1 had the Beastmen, who haven't seen anything since. Wood Elves, Bretonia was a free one, I think. Do you count Chaos? I mean, I had to pay for Chaos, so I'll count Chaos. So that's 4. Then game 2 had Norska. I think you'd include Norska for them. Tomb Kings and Vampire Coast. I was kind of surprised we didn't get more for actually game 2. I mean, they could have easily put in a 3rd one in game 2. I know Araby would have been the obvious pick, and I don't know why they're so reluctant to do that one. Sure, some of the older models and lore was a bit, I guess some people would say on the nose now, but they could tidy that up. I mean, I guess my perspective on offending people in that manner, it's a game, lighten up. I guess is what I would say. I mean, I don't think Games Workshop and Creative Assembly would be so offensive to cause a huge ruckus. But then I might be wrong. I don't know. So yeah, Game 3, race packs. I'm hoping for at least 4. I think 4 is possible. I would love more than that, but 4. We've got to get... Well, we're definitely getting at least 2. They have to give us Chaos Dwarfs. They have to give us Ogre Kingdoms. Because they said that at the beginning that they would do all of the races who had their own army book. And those 2 have them. Okay, so what else do we have? From, I suspect we'll see more things like from 3 Kingdoms. Given the previews of Survival Battles already showing such. Yeah, I hope we get Diplomacy from 3 Kingdoms. That would be nice. Although I haven't actually played 3 Kingdoms, I don't own that yet. I was disappointed to hear the news that 3 Kingdoms is wrapping up development. It was a surprise. I thought they were... I mean, I've watched a lot of videos on 3 Kingdoms, and I've seen people talking about how they expanded the map out to include Korea. And I thought that there would be another DLC at least, which would be introducing the hordes to the north in Korea. So I'm surprised that they've chosen to wrap it up now. So unless the last expansion packs just have not sold well for them, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. What else do we have? Read from the way you describe the hobgoblins. They sound really cool, like Genghis Khan Horde. Also, sorry for my comments being split. I'm on my phone. It's hard to type. Oh no, no worries, Brad. I don't mind if they're split. I'm lucky that the monitor I've got the comments thread on. It's pretty big. I can see about 15 comments at once, so I can see yours, even if they're split. And there's not too many people here, so the comments is not moving too quickly. So that's fantastic. It makes it much easier for me, especially since it's the first time I've tried doing this. Crom, I believe with Total Warhammer 1 they played it very safe. Yeah, I don't think they really thought they really knew how it was going to take off, did they? Unsure if the game would sell since it was so new compared to previous titles. With all the success of 2, I suspect good things. Yes, they've been very successful with the second one. So, yeah, I'm hoping for support for at least 3 or 4 years. We'll see. Oh, can I get some feedback in the comments? I've just had an error pop up on my streaming software, telling me my keyframe frequency is at 4 seconds or less, whatever the hell that means. Saying that not enough data is being sent, causing buffering. Is the stream acting weird or choppy for anybody? Because I can't really tell. Cheers. Alright, we've got our crawlers.
Yes.
Let's move north. Yeah, they're not going to do anything to me, so let's go.
One rag.
Attack the orcs.
Moving.
Give them a taste of my steel. Oh, shite, they got 2 armies there. Okay. What else have we got in the chat? At least I hope so. Hitmanalo. I hope we get the Snake Man of Koresh. Probably slaughtered that. Lol. Well, I slaughtered the pronunciation, so we're even. Yeah, the Snake Man of Koresh. There's some people working on a fan-made project for the artwork and lore for them, which looks really promising. If Games Workshop decide that they're worth it, then that would be cool. I think the odds are pretty low, but I would love to see them. They could be a completely unique race, unlike anything we've seen before. No problems on your end, Crom. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Hitman, I'm mostly listening, but I haven't had any problems with the stream. Thank you for letting me know. Brett, the stream looks fine on my side. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know that. Gives me confidence that I didn't screw up the settings when I started it. I hope you guys are finding the stream interesting and not boring the bejeebies out of you. And you guys are about to see me fight and probably lose to the orcs, I imagine, with the 2 armies there. I need one of them to come out after me. That's what I need. If I go balls. Oh, where did he come from? Oh, trying to surround me. Alright, I'm going to go after that army to the south. He's not getting back that place. Come on.
Seek our doom.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm bleeding money. Why am I bleeding so much money? Alright, I'm going to destroy the Slayer Shrine, get me some extra cash, and then build a gold thingy. I'll leave that as growth. Oh, we've got some spare oath gold. Can we make bones for infantry and armor piercing? I don't think my lord has a weapon, so let's give him one. Pickaxe. Okay.
The slayer in me seeks death.
Let's see. Hand weapon. Have a pickaxe, mate. Do we have anything else here? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take that. Why wasn't that in there to start off with? Alright. Next turn. So far so good. I confess I've not done this before either. So you're a stream virgin. Much like myself. Okay, Crom, thanks for letting me know. No, I don't really have the chance to catch too many streams live. The only person I've been able to catch live is... Oh my god. Oh god, I've forgotten the name. The Australian guy. Ah! Oh, I've had a mental blank. It'll come back to me. Crom, I'm curious, what made you want to add more ranged options to Slayers when dwarves have such varied options already? For a more thematic Slayer campaign, or just so it's not always a blitzkrieg? Ah, the reason behind them... I'm just going to run away from this fight. I think. Or do I fight it and die? Oh, that'll overwhelm me. The reason I added the 2 extra Slayer types... okay, they're going to take that. There were 2 reasons. Partly, I wanted to balance out the UI screen. I didn't just want to have it as just the 2 Slayer types we had. And I didn't want to have an extra melee type with shields. That didn't make sense to me. And I thought that Slayers throwing axes for just throwing a couple of axes to soften up and then charging in, that would be fine. And then the Slayers with the pistols, I saw something about pirate Slayers, and I thought, oh yeah, that could be funny. So I put them in thinking that they'd be like pirates. But then I didn't bother trying to make them look like pirates. And I thought, okay, I'll just leave them as something with armor piercing and just make them a bit quicker. The initial version still had the green skin scrap mechanic. And it just had the beasts in the UI screen, and I thought, no, if I'm gonna make the UI screen, I may as well make it for both, and just take the stuff out of the scrap mechanic, so it doesn't do the scrap mechanic anymore at all. Thank you. Yes, Legend of Total War. Thank you, Crom. Yeah, I had a mental blank. I don't know why I forgot. I mean, how can you forget Legend? I mean, he is a legend. He knows how to cheese the game like no one else. Not that cheese is as much my thing. Alright. Did they take... I can't believe that they all left my army alone. They could all still move, yet they didn't chase my army. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Hitman Allo. I mean, for the Snake Man, we have a rig for it with the units from the Tomb Kings. The name escapes me. Yes, the... I'm going to butcher this. Sepulchral Stalkers? I think is the one you're thinking of. Yeah, Kalida's people. Yeah, we do have a rig for it, so... I don't think it'd be that hard for them to implement. I think it's going to be more... along the lines of, will Games Workshop let them make it up for themselves if Games Workshop can't be asked? So yeah, I know they let them pretty much do a lot with the Vampire Coast. And they did a great job with that, so I don't see why they wouldn't let them do it. Let's see, what else do we have? Legend of Total War. Yes. Who's Legend of Total War? Legend of Total War is a Warhammer streamer. He knows how to cheese the game, and he is very, very good at the game. Kind of the opposite of me. Isn't there also a Slayer area throwing siege weapon that's really old model? Yes, there's the Goblin Hewer, which throws axes. It's kind of like I don't know, what would you say, a Gatling gun, which throws axes. I think it's one of the inventions that Malachi Malikson made. So I should actually have a video coming up on the dwarfs and their possible lords for the expansion if we do see a second Game 1 race, and that will be coming on Monday. Yeah, so I'm about halfway through the script for that one, and yeah, those dwarf that Goblin Hewer Slayer weapon will be in there. If you make a Doomdiver catapult that fires Slayers, I'll sub on Patreon on the spot. Doomdiver catapult that fires Slayers. I'll look into that. not because I want you to sub on Patreon. That's your choice completely. But that would be funny just for the meme. I wouldn't put it in this mod. I'd make it completely separate. But yeah, that would be a hell of a funny one to have. The Master of Cheese in this game and all other Total War games. Yes, although I don't know how... Oh no, he did do a lot of cheesing on Troy, didn't he? I mean, nobody really stayed on Troy for that long, at least I don't know of. Hit Manalo, if not modders. Sorry man, I was trolling you. That's alright, Gaming Rambles. Troll me as much as you want. I don't care. I'm a good target for trolling. I didn't know you streamed. No, this is the first time I've tried. Which is probably why I'm rambling a lot and not making much sense. And it's also why I'm playing like complete crap. No, actually no. It's not the reason why I'm playing like complete crap. I always do that. If anybody's been watching the Cracker Drac series, you've seen that I was stuck at Cracker Drac for what, 9 episodes? It's only now that I've just started to move out from there. Alright, let's attack these guys. Oh my god, what? Why is that so one-sided? I know he's just an army of goblins, but I thought he'd done more than that. Okay. Alright, well, it was nice to take him out. Can I reach him? Oh, I think I can. Alright, I've got to fight something, so I may as well go in there. I avoid the fighting a fair bit, because I've got a fairly slow computer, and it takes ages to load between them, sometimes. Hit Manalo. God, I want the dwarf flying battle barge so badly, and a lot of variants. Yes, that would be fantastic. The thunder barge. When, I don't think it's a matter of if, but a matter of when we'll get another dwarf DLC, and I expect we'll see the thunder barge in there. At least I certainly hope we see the thunder barge. And I think we could probably look forward to 2 more dwarf DLCs. They've got the content for 2 more for sure. Who we might see first, I don't know. I think we might see oh, what's his name? The Rune Lord. I've forgotten his name. There was a mod for Master Engineers with an airship. I think it can be dope. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that mod. Is that recently added to the work? Oh, for Empire. Oh, okay. Oh, were they war balloons? Because the dwarves have got war balloons in their lore as well. Yeah, I don't know if I checked that out. I did see the mod. I can't remember if I downloaded it. I've got so many mods in my list that I haven't tried yet. It's a lot to do. Crom, there's a cheap hard drive called a Kingston SSD on Amazon that will seriously reduce load times. Really helped me cut load times from several minutes to about 30 to 40 seconds. Cool. I do have an SSD, which is my primary drive, but my Steam games are on my other drive, which isn't an SSD. I've been clearing space on my primary drive, and at this point, I'm kind of saving it so that I can install Warhammer 3 to the primary drive, so I'll get good load times on that. I mean, I've gotten used to the load times for Warhammer 2 for the most part, so yeah, and I can't. I'm quite lazy at times, and I can't be bothered switching it between drives in case anything goes wrong. Because I don't want to stuff up any of the mods I'm working on, and I don't want to stuff up getting videos out on time. Yeah, it's I guess it's a risk I'm not willing to take at the moment. Alright, let's try and set up something. Why have they lost so much health? Alright. Yep, I'll do. Let's put our Slayers on that left. Yeah. Giant Slayers. I don't know what good he's going to be, so let's check him there. Slayer Extras, some Thunderers out front. And Crawlers. Like so. What else do we have? Oh, we got our Lord. Okay. Right, let's put him here and put him here. Let's make that line shorter. Let's grab everybody and group. Keep them in line and go. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Crumb says, yeah, exactly. I didn't have space for the stuff on the SSD. Yeah, when I purchased this computer, which was a couple of years ago, it was before I started playing Total War, and I didn't buy a very large SSD. I was a fool. I should have bought a big one. £80 for 1 terabyte. Oh, that's pretty cool. Mount option for a balloon. I haven't tried it yet, though. The Empire mod, yes. I've got to play some Empire. I really haven't played Empire very much. So maybe trying that mod out will be a good reason to play. Crom, it is time for Stroganoff. Okay. Enjoy the Stroganoff. Alright, let's get you guys. They're trying to come around you. Don't let them do that. Do they have any large units? No, not really. Right, you can probably get off another volley. Let's group you guys. You guys are coming back. And the battle begins. Alright. Fire there. You guys fire there as well. Oh, good, we've scared them off. Let's go after them now. And let's bring them in. Oh no, actually, let's make them go around. Alright. Right to the back of them, I think. Okay. Let's bring you up. Is that? Yeah, that's us. Let's bring you by here so you can fire right into their sides. Alright, choose your targets, my boys. Choose your targets. If those goblins drop. Alright. Alright, you chase them off. Okay. Let's get our archers. Let's concentrate on... No, I'm not going to concentrate on him. Let's concentrate on them. Oh, we've got a couple of their things are running. It's good. You can move around again. Alright. He's catching them. Yeah, they're crumbling. They're not going to last much longer.
Slayers! I'm at them!
Come in from the back. So here's the new Slayers with throwing axes. So they use great weapons when they're not throwing their things. Oh, it's over. Okay, that went a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. Alright, end the battle. What do we have in the chat? Where were we? I didn't supposed to fit stuff on the SSD. I would love to see a Dwarf versus Chaos Dwarf DLC. I hope the Chaos Dwarfs get their train war machine. I think we're bound to see a Dwarf Chaos Dwarf DLC. It's an obvious matchup. I mean, I know Creative Assembly has given us some weird matchups that nobody would have predicted. But surely they can't ignore that one. Although that said, they did ignore any Dwarf versus Skaven DLC, which was an obvious matchup, so... is there any rivalry between characters from the Dwarves and the Chaos Dwarves, like there was in Total War Warhammer 2 DLC? Don't know that any part of the lore well. I'm trying to think if there's any individual rivalries. I can't remember any off the top of my head. I mean, there's the rivalry on a kind of a race level, of course, because the dwarves consider the Chaos Dwarves traitors for abandoning their gods. Yeah, they hate each other faction to faction, Crom. Yeah, that's right. I can't think of any, one matchup where this lord hates this lord for whatever reason. There's bound to be one in there, I would imagine. Yeah, a specific character. It'll be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how the Chaos Dwarfs are... What happened there? Oh. It'd be interesting to see how the Chaos Dwarfs are implemented. Sorry, my screen's gone black for a moment because it's loading out of the battle, and I accidentally clicked off I accidentally clicked off the game. Hey, hello, Phlox. Sorry, one of my cats has just joined me. Phlox, what's up? Come here, Foxy. What are we coming? Oh, we're coming up on an hour mark. 1 hour mark, and I've done barely any gameplay. I haven't even gotten to a monster hunt yet. I'll try and get to one of those as soon as I can. Once this loading screen comes back. Yeah, so, what did we see? Yep, so, Dwarfs. I've got a video coming out for them on Monday, which will be looking at 4 possible lords. So there's 3 characters from the 8th edition that haven't been touched yet, and then there's 1 extra on top of them. One of those is Joseph Bugman. If you want to get an idea of what my thoughts are on him, I've got a video already on the channel dedicated to Joseph Bugman showing up in Warhammer 3. Then once that one's out, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do now. I want to do something on Kislev. I want to find some lore aspect for Kislev that interests me to do a video on. Hitmanelo, something I'm worried about is, will Game 3 factions get rights? If so, I'm praying they come out with a free update to all Game 1 factions to have rights as well. Yes, that's a mechanic I would love to see added to all factions. I thought it was really nice to have them for the core Game 2 factions, and it was nice that the 2 campaign packs for the Tomb Kings and the Vampire Coast got them. So I would love to see them come to the Game 3 races and be ported back for the Game 1 races. I don't think it would be a huge deal for them to do, to upgrade them, to have that. But we shall see. I mean, there's a mod on the workshop for it, which does a pretty good job, but, you know, of course our mods are limited. We can't do everything we want to do. Sometimes we have to we have to come up with novel workarounds. Oh, what did we get there? Oh, we got a rune, did we? The Ancestor rune. Makes him unbreakable. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry, makes the unit unbreakable. Let's go for that. So most of them ran away. We only managed to kill 2 of their... 2 of their units. Okay.
What?
Oh, he could do with... Oh, we can't change stances. Alright, let's have a look. What can we give him? Let's go Wall Breaker. An Iron Willed. Oh, did he have extra ones? Oh, he's got 2 more. And then we'll give him... Casualty Replenishment. Don't need Lightning Strike at the moment. And then for Garim. Garim can have... We will give Garim what? Strike the Runes and Rune of Wraith and Rune, and then... Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Rune of Parrying, yep. And Rune of Striking. Okay. Have we unlocked anything? Nope. We cannot recruit. So we're going to be stuck with that army. Okay. So we won that battle, so we should be up at 30 acclaim. Acclaim I'm at 60. Is that correct? Well, apparently I have enough acclaim for an update. Let's give the axe throwers +7 melee attack. There we go. So their next upgrade is missile damage, and that costs 75 acclaim. Okay, yep, okay. So what do we have? Damage building. What did they damage? Oh, wonderful. Oh, actually, let's go back here and get gold. And then, oh, is it even worth repairing those? Maybe not quite yet. I'll wait until I've gotten rid of their armies. What's in the chat? Do you think we'll see Nagash in Game 3? I suspect he'll arrive like Lord Croak, Ariel Gotrich, if so. I think we will see Nagash. I think he'll come in his own DLC with maybe 1 or 2 servants. I don't think it won't be a traditional, Lord pack where he's matched up against somebody. I think it might be a mini campaign pack, if anything. And I think he'll be a playable Lord. Well, I hope he'll be a playable Lord. If he comes as a hero, I don't think that would happen. Sweet, can't wait for that. Hitman, sweet, can't wait for that. Hope they focus on all races. Have at least 6 lords, but I feel like that's going to be hard for some factions with a small area like Kislev. Yes, Kislev. I don't think Kislev will get 6. Although that said, let's have a look. Who else has got 6 and who's got a fairly small domain? All right, the Dark Elves have 6, and they're their home of Nagaron. Nagaroth is quite small, I suppose. Yeah, it would be hard for Kislev to have 6. I'd imagine they'd get 4. Crom, with lords like Salostra, they've shown they don't mind doing a bit of homemade stuff. So 6 seats should be doable. Yeah, I'm sure they'd be able to make things up. It's just, where would they fit them? Although if they can find a good reason for having them off in different places, yeah, that's cool. I would love Nagash in game, but what faction would be under, since he uses all the undead units? Hitman. I think he'd be coming under his own faction. I can't remember what they're called. It'll come back to me. Brad, I think you're right with the way Nagash will be implemented. He's very similar to Lord Croak and other special heroes. Yeah, I think Crom is right. Sorry, I think Crom might be right, but I hope he's not. I hope he comes as a Lord. Hitmanolo, also the new Q mod for skill points is great. I haven't tried that out. I saw it on the workshop yesterday, and it needs the other mod, that new mod, the memory manager one, doesn't it? So I haven't quite tried it out yet. I was going to have a look at it on the weekend, but that's something that's really annoying in the late game when you've got so many agents and lords on the in your armies, and you feel like half the time you're just upgrading skill points. So something like that mod implemented in game 3 as a core feature, that would be fantastic. Hitmanolo, I will be sad with him as a hero. Yep, agreed. Bread, if Nagash were to be implemented, he might be a summonable lord or hero, but that seems too low for Nagash, and be connected with Archon the Black. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he'd be summonable. I mean, Nagash to me is one of the... He's one of the big cheeses, although Lord Croak was as well, and they didn't really give him much. Crom, perhaps he could arrive not unlike the Lord of Change from Norska. Revive him in the Black Pyramid or something before you can use him, since I suspect he'll be rather potent. If he's anything to, if he's true to lore, he'll be potent. Yes. Nagash is an incredibly powerful character in the narrative. Yes, I remember I had Nagash on the tabletop, the model with the pointy hat. God, looking at the models now and comparing them to the models in 6th edition, God, they were ugly back then, some of them. And Nagash's was, well, not the best. His newer model, I think, looks much better. It'd be interesting to see what races come back in Games Workshop relaunch, the Old World. We know we're going to see Kislev. I think there's a map of Bretonnia, so we'll see Bretonnia. Be interesting to see what other races do get included. I'm sure Empire will see the light of day again. Be nice if perhaps they were to flesh out somebody else, like, well, they'll probably do Cathay. Be nice if they fleshed out maybe the Southern Realms, gave them a full-on army. Bread, maybe change Archon's quest to summon him from the Black Pyramid in Total War Warhammer 3. Yeah, that could be something for Archon to do. Nagash is the rock star of the undead. Anything less would be having busking in the streets. I think you're right, Lee, yeah. I don't want to see Nagash busking. I don't imagine he's got a very good singing voice. Crom, old school Nagash is hilariously still legal at tournaments as long as he's on a big base. Really? Old school Nagash. Okay.
One rag.
Alright, let's take that hold back from them. And yeah, we'll just auto-resolve that. Decisive victory. And occupy. And I think that gives us a region. Province, yeah. Let's select that. Let's go full growth. Was that the last of their armies? So they're not up there anymore, so they just have... They had an army roaming around somewhere. I'll have to find them. So, since they don't have much left, let's just start repairing this. Get some more gold. And we'll let them rest up. Let's just see what skill points shall we give them. We'll go for the casualty replenishment, and well, I want lightning strike sometimes, so I may as well take it now. And other character, we will give him some Oath Gold and the Grudge. There we go, cool. Alright, let them do their thing. Let's see, what do we have in the chat? Hitmanilo, his new model looks amazing. Yeah, the new models, the newer models after 6th edition look really cool. They look amazing, but they look quite fragile. I don't know if they are or not, because I haven't bought any models since 6th edition. I've been thinking of buying maybe one or two models, not so much to get back into playing on tabletop, but just to have, you know, just to have a model or two from the game. Hitmanilo, do you think, I believe his name is Boris, the narrator of the first trailer for Game 3 we got, is still alive, and if he gets a DLC, will start in the Realms of Chaos? Are you talking about the guy that the letter was from? I think we will see him as a DLC. Where he will start, anybody's guess. I don't know. Actually, it'd be interesting to see who we do get as the first DLC. Will we get a Lord pack first, or will we get a campaign pack? So will we see Chaos Dwarves or Ogre Kingdoms come first? I think we'll probably see one of the two extra races come first. And who do I want first? Chaos Dwarves or Ogre Kingdoms? It's a difficult decision. Oh, are the orcs attacking me again? Alright, fine. Take it. I'll take it back off you in a minute. You can have it, orkies. The Turrets of the Black Queen. Disaster, we've lost. Yes, I know, disaster, we lost it. But we're going to get it back. The beastmen have come. Where are the beastmen? They're off over there. Okay. I certainly hope that in the next DLC, which is due for release God knows when, that we see the beastmen get their upgrade. They certainly need it. The question is, who will they fight? What about Ogre Dwarves or Chaos Kingdom? Ogre Dwarves. How do you have an Ogre Dwarf? Do you take an ogre and chop his legs off and then just... An Ogre Dwarf. You know what I wouldn't mind seeing added to the game? Undead versions of ogres and dwarfs. Undead orcs. Or zombie orcs. That would be hilarious to see them added in. Maybe that could be something that's added for Nagash. You get undead versions of all the other races that have been in the game. So Nagash would have a completely unique roster.
I grow restless.
Technology, what do we want to get? Income from Toolmaker? Settlement income, that one will do. Claim amount 20. That's right, I fought the battle in 1. Okay, so it's number 2. Oh, excuse me. Both, please, and fast, Crom. It's basically a really wide human at that point. Yeah, I guess it is. Crom, just like a 6-foot-tall barrel with arms and legs. Hitmanilo, hope Beastman gets better treatment than the Wood Elves in that DLC. They put so much into Clan Mulder. Yeah, I think Clan Mulder might have been the wrong pairing for the Wood Elves. Because Clan Mulder got the better end of the deal with their mechanic, initially, for sure. I think they should have gone for someone else. Maybe they should have done Rakath with the Wood Elves. I think it would have made... Beastman would have been the obvious choice, but then it would have been so much work for them to do the rework for both. So, yeah, take that one. Alright, let's attack them this turn.
There will be blood. Attack!
Yeah, I'm just gonna fight them anyway. Hitmanalo, no, sorry, Bread, and Knights of Corn and Maidens of Slanesh. We'll see them soon, I think. Crumb, and if Beastmen are the next DLC, I think we might get Brass and the Blood, Taurox, and likely Neferata, given the Darkland showing up. Neferata is certainly a big possibility. I think of the vampire counts I had in my video, I think she's the most likely. Though I think my preference would be to see Ashuran, just to see the Strigoi get implemented in the game. As long as the next Vampire Counts character is not a run-of-the-mill Necromancer or a Von Karstein, I'll be happier. So yes, Neferata should be interesting. Hitmanalo. There is a mod for dwarf skeletons. I don't think anything else. I would love lizardmen, zombies, and skeletons. Yeah, can you imagine a zombified or an undead version of a Dread Saurian or a Carnosaur? That would be cool. Be like being in a museum with a Jurassic Park. Taurox being the Doombull made literal brass, if you aren't aware. Yes, the brass and the... They have to call it the brass and the something, depending on who they're fighting. I love that name, Brass and Blood. Yeah, that's a good name for one. While I would love for it to be a Game 1 race, and I mean the last two videos are going to be based on the fact that it might be Game 1 versus Game 1, I think we're going to see Game 1 versus Game 2. I think the most likely are going to be the Lizardmen again. Which wouldn't be a bad thing, because, I mean, they do need some work on their mechanics. The geomantic web has got to be one of the laziest mechanics that they've implemented in the game. Korn has a hatred of vampires too. They steal the blood he demands ownership over. A DLC, Korn versus Neferata. That would be something. Hitmanalo, same with Nurgle. He hates undead so much. Papa Nurgle hating someone? Oh, of course he can't get them with his plagues, can he? Oh, look at this wonderful battle map. It's just so flat. That's something I'm looking forward... Well, something I want to see in Warhammer 3. Battle maps that are more like the ones that showed up in Troy. Just interesting battle maps. We've been shortchanged, I think, with the battle maps in Warhammer 2. A lot of the time. I mean, there are some great ones in there, don't get me wrong, but far too often I feel like I'm just fighting in a flat desert. Giant Slayers, you can come over here. Let's grab the rifles again, they can go up front. Like so, and then get our lords on each side. So we'll just use the same formation we used last time and advance everybody up at the same time. Group and thingy. Yep, okay. Select. Chrome, we can dream, Grey, we can dream. Yes, I can dream. I dream of many things being added to the game. Oh my god, yes. Tim Manolo, the web just takes so long to get online. Yes, the geomantic web, it doesn't really get good until much later, and by then, by then you've got your armies up and done, and, you know, They're gonna catch me before I get anywhere near the right spot. Let's pull my forces back. I think I moved too far forwards. That was idiotic. Oh, is there a lord coming after me? Alright, let's go out and meet him. He's gonna regret that. No, we don't want to minus that. Alright. How far back have I moved them? Oh, too far. Battle map, Lee says, battle maps are terrible in Warhammer. No interactive features or interesting terrain. Yes, I'm hoping that these settlement maps they said we're getting in the next one do have a lot more to them and are interesting. Because they need to be. You two can go after him. My forces are too far to the left. Let's bring them around now. We're gonna have to bring him up. And him. We'll go around. And oh, idiot, you let them run right into you. Oh, they're gonna flee, don't need to worry about them. Alright. I think their lord is dying. Yeah, their lord's gone, basically. Where is my... Oh. My runesmith's running. Don't run. There's nothing to run from. Totally stuffed this one. Moved my forces too far forwards. Alright, time to start concentrating fire. Right, you come here. You take them on. And you can come around. And you can come around. And you two don't just stand there. Do something useful. Who's that? Oh, good. The runesmith's back. Alright. So we've got the archers, so concentrating on them. Come around the back. Come through here. Oh, what's this over here? Oh, Savage Orc Shaman, okay. Chase him off. Right, they're now getting out of range of our archers. Let's bring them forwards. You got some axes, use them. And you can come charging into the side of them. Throw the axes in the back of these guys, come on. Throw your axes, come on. No, don't run around in circles. That's it, pull out the axe, throw it! Haha, massacre. Alright. They've got a little bit of ammo left. I'll just finish off this and I'll get back to chat. They're about to flee, I think. The lords just decided that retreat is the better option. And they've only got the shaman, really, who's not running. But he's doing a tactical retreat. Where is my lord? There he is. Oh no, now the shaman's running. No, nobody. Well, the rune lord, runesmith got beaten up a bit. But that was completely my fault. Alright, back to chat. What do we got? Battle maps are terrible. Yes, we've read that. Hitmanlow, something I want to see in Warhammer 3 is unique maps for main capital. Oh god, yes, I would love unique maps for capitals. And if Creative Assembly find that that's a difficult job, please just approach the map making community. They have made some incredible bloody maps. If the map making community, if they could just take, if they make an agreement to take the pick of the bunch, I'm sure people would be more than happy to have their maps made in game, and then work out the pathing for them. That would just be win-win. Sorry, the water bottle I'm drinking from is starting to get crushed. What else do we have? Geomantic Web is Slan Simulator. A lot of sitting around pretending you're being useful. Yes, the Geomantic Web is needs work. It needs to give you more benefits earlier. It needs to give you some abilities, magic abilities. I'm sure there are lots of things they could do with it. Hitman Low, I'm bad at remembering lore, but that sounds cool. Crom, would slayers with halberds or blasting charges be of any interest? Lob a bunch and then charge in. I think the only ones we see with blasting charges are miners. I think slayers wouldn't use blasting charges. I might be wrong. I can't think of anything in the lore that says they have. I have seen slayer pirates, so I know they use pistols. I've seen, and I believe an axe would be something that they'd be willing to chuck. So yeah, whilst my 2 new units of slayers are not totally lawful, there's a bit of a thread there. But then the Thunderer's Marksman I added, they weren't completely lawful either, and I think they turned out fairly well. Crom, we're already being a bit naughty with lore. Yes we are. Hitmanalo, to be fair, so is CA, since Vampire Coast can only have one of the Queen Bess, since that is all they had in lore. But if we go by that, Empire should only have 3 steam tanks. Okay. Were there only three remaining steam tanks? Is that what Empire have? I can't remember. Hitmanalo, and I'm the only one that thinks steam tanks are kind of bad. I can't have an opinion because I'd never played Empire long enough to actually recruit one. Which is another reason I should go and play Empire. Hitman Low, right, I love GCCM mods maps. Yes, they're fantastic. I've used the mod from time to time where they're all added, but I find whilst there are some incredible maps, there are some really annoying maps that annoy me to the point that I don't want to fight on them. I'm trying to think. There was one instance. It was I can't remember where it was. It might have been somewhere in the Badlands. There's the map for a town that's set in a valley surrounded by rocks, and it's all so tight. There's no room to maneuver your troops at all, and trying to get up to the gates is just a death trap. So yeah, so CA needs to work on their maps, that's for certain, for sieges especially, and that siege cap and each capital having a unique map would be fantastic. And then add more maps from the community. Taking the best of the bunch, I mean, why not? Christ, if they took the best of the bunch of the mods, that would be fantastic too. I mean, get Chaos Robbie on board. See if he's willing to, help them out with some models. We'll occupy that, and that should kill them off. And give me the region of province once more. It's thinking about it. There we go. Oh, when we got rid of 2 grudges, I think there. Province once more secured. Grudge removed. Oh, just the 1 grudge removed. Okay. And let's... Oh no, they're still alive. I can't get them this turn either. Let's go for the growth. Alright, so we've just fought that. Claiming at 60. Why is that? Alright. It seems I may have a small issue with the acclaim amount. It shouldn't be 60, that should only be 30. I guess I've got a little bit of debugging to do later today. I thought I'd squashed all the bugs, but it seems there's one persistent one. Yeah. Oh, I'll figure him out. At least I hope I figure him out. Unassigned skill points. What should we give? More grudging and a rune of might. And then for you, you can have. Do we want more oath gold? No, we're fine for oath gold. Let's go. More research, perhaps. Yeah, let's go more research, and we'll start upping his personal stuff.
I must fulfill my
And the
Slayer
tip.
oath.
Oh, Crumb. Yeah, only 12 steam tanks ever made, and most were lost. Oh, okay, yep. And then rebel armies show up with 6 of the bloody things. Yeah, okay, CA did just abandon the law then, haven't they? Having a clearance sale at Tanks R Us. No, did he come back? I'm surprised he came back to attack me there. He was never going to take that settlement off me. He's just eager to die. That's what it was. He just wants to end it. He has no chance of victory, so he's saying, please, take care of me. There you go, mate. The pain is over. Lethal etiquette. New training regimen for your heroes teaches them to veil their intent beneath the sheen of civility. I haven't come across that one before. Success chance for heroes, plus 10%. Okay. Destroyed the red eyes. Took a while. Alright, so we're on turn 13, so we should get the first monster hunt should crop up soon. Let's just give him some more skill points. Melee defense, please. And this guy will give him Grungni? That one. Be nice for game 3 if they also give a red line for heroes as well. I think SFO's done that, so you know that'd be a nice thing to take from SFO. I'm sure CA won't mind doing so. So how we go? 498 per turn. Alright. We've got 5 archers. Should we throw another one in the mix? Yeah, why not? Have we unlocked any? No, we have not. Alright. Let's spend some oath gold and forge ourselves another rune. There we go. A settlement upgrade available. Do I want to save? 19 turns until surplus. So it's going to be a while before I'll be able to upgrade Karakadrin. So let's upgrade Nasharak's Lair, since that's the closest one to me. And then end the turn. So Hitmanalo, yes, I know the map. The AI breaks hard on that map. Yeah, it's annoyed me. That map annoyed me. Sorry. Hitmanalo, I love his models for the game. Yes, Chaos Robbie's models are freaking fantastic. I can't think of one he's done yet, which I didn't think was remarkable. Yeah, he's really talented. Hitmanlo, do you think a bar like your mechanic for Belagar, the Ancestral Renown, yep, no worries, would work well with Lizardman unlocking abilities and buff faction-wide for having more geomantic webs up to max? Unlocking abilities. Yes, it could work for... I suppose something like that could work for the faction that... sorry, could work for the race as a whole, but I think of something like that's limited, that limited in scope is better suited to just an individual lord and their faction. So I did create some... Well, I've created a lot of user interface stuff. I think with the mods, the part I'm enjoying most is creating the user interfaces. So I've got a lot of user interfaces for different factions sitting around doing nothing. And I've got a couple for the Lizardmen that are doing just that, like you said. That are set up to give upgrades to units and abilities. I might actually, as we get close to the end of the stream, I might just shift and show some of them off so you can see some of the crap I've been working on. Okay, technology's ready. What shall we go for this time? Volley fire, reload time reduction for ranger units and quarterly units. Yeah, let's do that. Reload reduction is good. And do we have anything I can upgrade? No, we don't. So we're sitting at 18. Let's get ourselves 2 more units for them. And then I think then the first monster hunt should appear in turn 15. Turn times are certainly going to be interesting in Game 3 when we get our combined Mortal Empires map. Crom, I'd expect Chaos to have a mechanic like the Cult of Sotek, albeit hopefully better, in Game 3. Sacrifices to the Dark Gods for powerful units, larger demons, etc., etc. Yes, the mechanic, Cult of Sotek mechanic. I like the UI on that. It's pretty well set up. I think it lacks a little bit of depth, and I haven't played the Cult of Sotek all the way through to the end, so I haven't experienced it myself. But I understand that the final unlock, the big snake god, is pretty pathetic and weak. Hitman Low. Oh no, I have to drive home soon, and it's an hour drive. Ah, sorry to hear that, Hitman Low. I hope you have a safe journey back to your home. Actually, I haven't asked any of you guys, where are all of you located around the globe? So myself, I don't know if you're aware or not, I'm in Australia, living in northwest Tasmania. So for me, it's currently 11:40, and fortunately, day off work, so I'm able to stream. Albeit I can spell, I swear. I can spell too, but sometimes from my typing you wouldn't be able to tell. Hitman Low, right, I have never been more disappointed getting to the end of something than the Mass Effect ending and the sacrifice to Sotek. Okay. A disappointing ending for me. Let's see. What was it? Oh, Cyberpunk 2077, the ending to that was disappointing. But then, to be honest, the entire game was disappointing. Not what I anticipated from the footage they showed. So much so that I actually uninstalled the whole thing. The final reward is rather underwhelming. Yes, it is. Hammond, Southern California. Okay, cool. So, surf and turf? I don't know. Crom, over near Liverpool in England on my end. My God, Crom, what time is it for you? Maybe wee hours of the morning? UK time, 2:40 AM. Okay. Yeah, I used to live in the UK. Actually born and raised in Wales, just outside of Cardiff. So yeah, I know where you are from. So Lee, you're in the UK as well. Okay, cool. Hitman Low, compared to the Nukes Clan Scare got. Can scare? Oh, sorry. Compared to the Nukes Clan Skyer got, and I'm in Missouri of the US. It's 8:40 PM here. Okay, cool. Crom, about 3 AM. A night owl, are you, Crom? Same for you, Lee. You must both be night owls. I mean, I'll admit, I usually find myself up at about 2 or 3 in the morning trying to mod something into the game. But thank you for sticking around on the stream at 3 AM. Why on earth did you move to Spider Hell? Why did I move from Wales to Australia? My parents. We moved when I was 16. So, yeah. My father's brother lived in Sydney. And my dad wanted a change, so the entire family moved out quite some time ago. Yeah, so we were in Sydney for a while, then we moved to Adelaide, which is in South Australia, which is where my family currently is. And then when I got married, I moved with my wife down to Tasmania because I was getting fed up of 42 degrees heat in summer. So I moved to Tasmania where I am. We get maximums of about 26, 27. So much nicer. Hit Manilo. I've been waiting on Cyberpunk to wait out the bugs. Lol. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to fix it up to a state which people would have expected it to be in when it was first released. I think I know I gave them too much leeway based on how The Witcher had turned out. I saw the previews and it all looked great, and I'd play through The Witcher. I've played through The Witcher 3 times, and I thought, same people that made The Witcher, how can it go wrong? Well, I was wrong. It was a complete shit show in the first couple of days. Anyway, let's kill this monster. Let's finally kill this monster. So he's out that way. Let's use the underway. We haven't used the underway yet today. Let's go under the mountain. And there he is. There's Grom. Oh, sorry, not Grom. It's Grotha. Grotha the giant boar. Well, has he leveled up again? Jeez. He gets experience for just walking outside the front door of the castle. Let's give him that and that. Okay. And then end the turn. Okay. Let's think about what else has changed. Okay, so I mentioned at the beginning of the stream what's changed. I'll just go back through them for anybody who wasn't here at the beginning of the stream. So, what's new in version 1.1.0 of the Hammer of Grungni? So, the first thing that's new is there are 2 new types of slayers. If you've seen this part already, I apologize. Just going to go through it for anybody that hasn't. So, we have a new, ignore the Dragon Slayer, that's just from a different mod. So, we have the Slayer Axe Thrower. These guys have a very small amount of ammunition and throw armor-piercing axes. Much like, there's another dwarf unit, I've still forgotten the name of them. So they'll throw them over a range of 80. So they're not intended to be stand-back pure missiles. They're intended to throw the axes to soften up the enemy and then charge in. And fight melee like a Slayer should. Then the second one is the Slayer Harasser. Now these are a bit faster. They've got an additional 15 speed. And they have a thing called Duck and Weave, which gives them an extra 12% speed on top. Along with melee defense and physical resistance. That's a passive. And apart from the increased speed, they also have a pistol. And they get a couple of shots. So they've only got 2 or 3 shots, I think. Depending on how many of you are alive at the time. And they shoot over a much smaller range. But their bullets hit harder. So the purpose of those is to try and get around the flanks of your enemy. And go after their missile units or go after their artillery. Since the dwarves don't have any cavalry, unless you happen to be using Kimmelgar's mod, which I do have here, which I've found pretty cool. I like that. I like the dwarves riding giant boars. So those are the 2 new units, the 2 new Slayer units that are added. Then Slayers are no longer upgraded on... Where's my army gone? There they are. Slayers are no longer upgraded using the green skin mechanic. You can't upgrade them from here anymore. Instead, they have a completely new UI, which is here. So, as you hover over it, it tells you what type of unit it is, and it'll also tell you what you've unlocked for them so far. So, the basic Slayers, they have weapon damage plus 10%, which I purchased for them right at the beginning. And their next upgrade is bonus versus infantry plus 8, which I can currently afford. Because I have how much? I have 80 acclaim. So what do we want to purchase? Let's see. Bonus versus large for giant slayers, or missile damage plus 20% for the axe throwers, perhaps? Oh, what can harassers have? Missile ammo plus 10%. Let's go the upgrade for the axe throwers. So they have those two upgrades now, and their next upgrade is upkeep minus 15%. So all 4 Slayer types, when you get to level 3, like the level 3 upgrade, which is this one here, is upkeep minus 15% for all of them. So apart from these upgrades now being in here, we also have the Beasts tab. So you can see now that the first one has been revealed. It's Grotha, the giant boar. The others are all just unknown at this point because we haven't come across the monster hunts for them yet. So Grotha is currently disabled because we haven't engaged Grotha. Now if we fight Grotha and win and decide to slay Grotha, then it will remain disabled because you've killed it, you don't get to upgrade it. If you tame it, then that will become activated and you get to upgrade it. And you can upgrade each beast 3 times. So it adds a little bit more to them. One of the changes I made during one of the patches, I think it was 1.0.3, was to make it so that these beasts only have 1 life. If they die, you don't get them back from the Regiments of Renown. So I thought, okay, so to give them a bit more meaning to the player, we'll let them upgrade them. So kind of become like your pet. And apart from the upgrades, there are of course 2 new beasts that are added. Excuse me. So these will appear later in the game, and these are really tough, nasty beasts. I've done some work to the armies that come with each beast. So they start off fairly easy, but some of them later on are getting more unique, nasty units that you have to fight against. Because a bit of feedback was that they were a bit easy on some of them. One other thing with the screen is something that annoys me with the base game when you've got a screen with multiple tabs, such as with the Forge. Right? You go into the Talisman tab and you leave, and then you come back in. It's back on weapons. There's no reason why it can't remember. So what I've done with this is it remembers. So it remembered I was on beasts. If I go to Slayers and leave, it will remember I was on Slayers. It's a small thing, but it annoyed me. Thank you, Crom, for sticking around. If you're still here, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a safe trip back. Yep. So that's the changes for Ungrim. There are changes for other lords, but very minor in comparison. So. Hitmanalo. Okay, thank you for sticking around. I'll be wrapping up fairly shortly anyway. Yeah, thank you for watching the stream and engaging in the comments. Nice meeting you guys. Thank you very much. So, what were the changes of the others? So, Grombrindal has a new rune, which he can unlock. So, on his Valor Rewards screen, if you remember, there's... Well, actually, I might log out to Grombrindal and show you later. But there's a new rune he can unlock from that. Belagar has some changes, but they're all nerfs. Belagar was quite overpowered. And the rune of Ragnarok that Belagar could unlock on his final... on tier 9 was broken. It was killing people halfway across the battlefield. Which it should not have been doing. So that's been fixed up and been tamed down as well. It's not as powerful as it was previously. Alright, let's engage this beast.
My vows will be satisfied with this.
Attack growth as force. Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Do I want to attack tech? Yeah, let's fight the battle. Why not? Alright, back to the chat. These are symptoms known as dwarf déjà vu. Yes, of course. So, Crom letter. Ildrora. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Hey there. How you going? Hello, Hammond. Crom, indeed, I remain. Oh, okay. I'll join the Patreon with a silly name in the near future. Oh, yes, okay. If you want to have a silly name that's really hard for me to pronounce, just to screw with me, go right ahead. It'd be interesting. Any silly names you do decide to add, please don't make me swear on all the videos. But yeah, if it's a silly, ridiculous name, and if it's related to the lore, even better, I guess. Alright. It's a nighttime foggy battle. Alright, I am going to set up over here. I'm going to make them come over this way. Oh no, that was way too many. Alright, let's get my slayers. You guys are going to come around from behind here. You are going to come here. We're actually going to have some large things to fight here, I think, which would be good for them. Alright, Slayer X throwers, you're over here. Once again, the Thunderers are up front. Get these guys here. And this time I'm not going to run out to meet them, because I do not want to screw up like I did last time. So let's just give everybody their groups. And then put my Lord here, and a Runesmith here. Fight! And let's speed it up for them. What do we got? Little Drawer, do you have plans to include this mode? Hang on. This mod any minor factions and make them playable and interesting in this way. Minor factions. Just pause that for a second. Not minor factions. Only minor factions that other modders have created and expanded upon. So Crackadrak, I've made it so that the Runic Forge works with them, and it also works with Mixu's Karak Azul, I think it is. Oh, sorry, Azul. Karak Azul from Mixu. It works with Crackadrak, and it works with the Greybeards, Elon's Greybeard prospectors. So for the moment, they can all use the Forge mechanic to make the rune words, and they all have special bonuses for those rune words. I have been thinking about adding unique UIs for each of them. Hang on a second. Hey Sherlock, what's up, Sherlock? Do you want to come up? Sherlock, up you come. One of my cats is just joining me. Come on, Sherlock. Come and say hello. Yeah, jump. Come on, you know how. You've done it many times before. Yeah, I've just been joined by one of my male cats, Sherlock, who wants my attention. What's up? Oh, you want a pat? Okay. Yeah, so I may be adding them to... I've got some ideas for adding things to Karak Kadrin. Not Karak Kadrin. Crackadrak and the Greybeards. But that won't be... Oh, thanks, Sherlock. But that won't be anytime soon. The next mod I'm going to be working on is the Bretonnian Crusade one, which I really need to get my skates on with that one. I've only done some testing things with that. I haven't really done too much. Come on. Out the way, Sherlock. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be interesting fighting with you sticking your tail in my face, isn't it? Thank you. Little Draw, Crom. The only thing I can remember, Gothric was launching himself from a catapult during almost every sea battle he was involved in. Alright. They're almost in range. Let's throw some axes at these things. You harpies are going to get it. You're going to get it. Yeah, come on, throw. Don't wait. Yeah. Alright, you need to get out of there. Alright, cool. Slayer's not really suited to fighting those things, but let's do that and let's give them some support. Alright. You're going to run through there. I want you to run this way. You're going to run over here and take them in the back. And you are suited to attacking them. I want the giant slayers to come around the back. Oh, my archers are moving too far across. I don't want you to run that far. Alright, let's get these guys. Yeah, attack those. Where's my runesmith? Let's start using some runes. Yeah, use that one. Okay, battle seems to be going fairly well so far. We're just doing nothing. Right, we're going to come up here. Okay, cool. Got them running on the left flank. We've got a unit there doing nothing. You can come around. How are we going in the middle? We're looking good. Yeah, they're dying. You're not charging me in the back. Turn around. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Let's get these guys now. Start firing the harpies. I don't think we need any more help over here. Oh, they took a bit of a pounding. Okay.
For the ancestor gods.
Get those giant slayers, charge in the back of them. And warriors this direction.
Move now! We demand blood.
Alright. Thunderers. Don't walk straight through the middle of them. I told you to come around the side.
Understood, Lord.
That's it, line up. Come on, fire. You got a charge in the back.
Attack the earth!
Okay, Rinsmith's fine. I think that's it. Battle's about to be over. God. The Doom Diver Slayer Pod. Could they hold axes out and use them as gliders? Might be a bit difficult. Little drawer at Chrome. The only thing I can remember, Gothric was launching himself from a catapult. Oh, I read that, sorry. It's canon. Ooh, Kitty, this stream is now going to be 66% better. I can make it more, a larger percentage better if another one of my cats decides to come in. Actually, none of my cat, he's left, so none of my cats are here now. Can we get a closer look at the new Slayers? Sure. They don't really look that different. They're just a kit bash. Where are they? There they are. They didn't exactly survive too well in that fight, but let's just turn that off. Ah! Wrong button on the keyboard. Don't like it spinning around, making everyone dizzy. Yeah, so that's the new Slayers. Actually, let's just get a normal unit of Slayers as well, and we can look at them side by side. So, don't need to end the battle yet. So, if we bring the normal Slayers here, and let's speed this up. Giant Slayers are still alive as well, so we'll bring them there. Alright, we'll just wait for everybody to assemble. Come on, run, 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 run. Alright, play. Okay, zoom in. Alright, so here, let's go to the, so there's the Giant Slayers with the red pants and the great weapons. So these guys have stripy pants and they're styling it with the braces. And then the basic Slayers have the red pants as well. So they're just a kit bash using using the pants, I think, from the Regiment of Renown Slayers, and taking the belts from the Giant Slayers, I think it was. Yeah. My model making abilities are 0, so I unfortunately can only create kit bashes. Press the wrong button then. Let's end that. Alright, what do we have? Love the new Slayer variation. Thank you, Look Left. Crom, did you know if you press the N key, the camera will zoom in to more detail? Yes, I should have done that. Lil Draw, wanted to try your mod, but I'm doing now Vampire Grand Campaign. Well, that's cool. It'll be on the workshop. The new version will be released on Saturday, so tomorrow. And over the coming weeks, it might get updates for balancing and fix any new bugs that I might have introduced. So, might be a week or two might be the right time to try it out. Playing all major and minor vampires with different mod combinations. Tried to do something like this before your mod was uploaded. No worries. Little draw, but after I finished Karak Ziflin, I had no more motivation to make Karak Norn, Karak Hun, Karak Zufbar. Made only 3 dwarf campaigns. Wish there would be more interesting minor dwarfs mods. Yeah, it'd be nice if we had some more modded factions for the dwarves. I think we can probably expect 2 more dwarf DLCs from Creative Assembly. So we should see 2 more there. I'm hoping that Grombrindal gets his own faction, or at least gets moved to a different starting position. So that will be something new as well. Look Left. If there is a way to make them more distinct from one another, I think that would be fantastic. Yeah, there might. I could probably play around with how they look, but as I said, my modeling abilities there are pretty limited. My abilities lie with the UI stuff and the scripting. Crom only works in battle too. Something only works in battle. Oh, the N key only works in battle. Yes. Yes. It's taking a while thinking about it. Alright, so actually at the end that's 2 hours down. Alright. What I might do here is once this comes out of the loading screen, I'll just tame the beast. Grotha, did he survive? Oh, he did. I'll tame that beast and show you the upgrades for him, and then I might jump out and show you the changes for Grombrindal, who has the new rune. Thorgrim didn't receive any changes in this update at all. I do have a few ideas for expanding on Thorgrim's mechanic, which is pretty, well, let's be honest, it's pretty bland at the moment. But yeah, the next major update won't be until after my Bretonnian Crusade thing is done. Crom, yeah, wasn't sure if you knew that. I knew it, I just forgot to do it at the time, which is something that happens fairly often. Lil Drawer, actually Naked Slayer's only an AOS thing, or were such minis for fantasy battles too? I can't say, because I didn't have dwarves on the tabletop. I wish I had, actually. Yeah, I don't know what the dwarves were like for the figures. Hey Sherlock, you back, are you? Yeah, hello. Look Left, your UI is incredible, so no worries about the models. Cheers, thank you. I do spend a lot of time fidgeting with the UI. Goes through a lot of iterations. Hello. Where are all the others? Hey Sherlock? Have you been attacking them again? I think the UI is the part that I enjoy doing the most, to be honest. Alright. So we've killed him. Let's tame Grotha. Okay. Oh. Can I help you? You want to purr in the microphone, do you? Okay. Go on, go for it then. Purr. Nope, okay. He's buggered off again. Alright, so if we go to the Slayer Halls now and go to the Beasts tab, we can see that Growther is now enabled, and it's got the tier segment here. So the first upgrade is 25 Oath Gold to get additional charge bonus, so we'll just give him that. Then the second upgrade, we got plenty of Oath Gold. How much Oath Gold do we have? 53, okay. We might not be getting all of them then. Spend 50 Oath Gold to unlock 12 armor piercing, so we'll do that one. And then there's a third one, which is weapon damage plus 16%. So his upgrades make him a little bit better, but not a huge thing. As you go along, these guys, I think, if I remember rightly, I gave them much better upgrades, and they're much better to start with anyway. Yeah, so the new upgrade mechanic for these guys, I think, is better than having the old greenskins update mechanic. I wasn't happy with that, really, when I first released the mod, but I didn't have the time to implement completely new UI. I think I was running late on releasing the mod anyway, the first time. Okay, so let's end the campaign there for him, and let's go to Grombrindal and just have a quick look at what Grombrindal's got. So that should load out there fairly quickly. Look left. Crom, fun stream anyway, man. Hope you don't mind my ramblings about mushrooms. No, Crom, I don't mind if you ramble about mushrooms at all. I be honest, I had no idea what the ramblings were about, but all cool. Hope to catch another one sometime. Off to bed for now. Alright, Crom, sleep well, mate. I hope you have a good one. Little Drawer, fast dwarves units. Gotreth, be blessed. Need really to try out your mod. Yes, I did try to make them a little bit faster. The harassers have 55 speed instead of the normal 40, and they also have an ability called Duck and Weave, which gives them an extra 12% on top. And I think one of the upgrades for them might even be extra speed as well. Alright, let's go to campaign, and new campaign, Mortal Empires. Now you might notice there's a lot of extra faces up here. That's because I've got Mixus running with about, I don't know, a dozen different faction mods. So we want Grombrindal. So I always have Mixus running in the background with as many of the factions mods as I can get running. I think it's more interesting when you're coming across Kislev that can actually fight for itself, and an extra, dwarven factions that can hold their own. Hopefully this won't take too long to load up. Just have some water. So alongside the release of the mod tomorrow, I'm not quite sure what time that will be tomorrow, probably in the afternoon for me. Alongside the release of the mod, there'll be a video, pretty much like I did for the initial release, which will just go through the changes. So I'll add that to the Steam page, and it'll be released on the YouTube page tomorrow, just so people can then go to that as a reference.
Hail
if they need to.
Grombrindal, ancestor of...
Let's close it down. Okay, so with Grombrindal,
How can I help?
how can you help? So he has the Valor rewards, and if we go to his screen, so this here, as the image of the big seal has been there since the start, because I was planning on this update for him anyway. So now there's the new tooltip, which tells you the seal to the rune of tunneling can be removed by unlocking rewards. So when the seal is completely removed, Grombrindal's armies will be able to use the rune in battle. So as you purchase each of these, this will reduce by a segment each time. So there are 8 segments. So once you've unlocked 8 of these, then this will be revealed, and you can then start using that on Grombrindal and all the armies in his faction. So let's just see. I think I should be able to unlock the first one fairly quickly if I just auto-resolve these. Okay, cool. And then we will go to recruit. And let's just give you some warriors. Then let's give you a rune word as well, like so. And then end the turn. Hammond, can we get a minor tease for the Crusades mod? I can show you the screen and tell you what I've been thinking about for it. So, yeah, I suppose. I haven't done any work on the mod itself since the video. I've been doing some work on some of the UI things that might be going into it. And I've been doing little test mods to see if my ideas will actually pan out as I hope they will. I haven't hit any obstacles yet. But yeah, there's no functioning thing at the moment. But I'll jump to the screens in a minute. We'll just get Grombrindal to have some valor. How much valor does he have right now? 15. So I need to fight 3 more battles. Or maybe 2 more, depending on how I win them. Decisive victory, so that should have given me more valor than 15. I probably should have got 20 from that one, I think.
Your Dowie have been put to work fixing up.
Yes, okay, I get the pop. Come on, enough of the pop-ups already. Yeah, we got 20 for that one, so we get 15 for the next one. Would be fine to do the first upgrade. So let's just give him more units. Why would that take 2 units? Take 2. Oh, idiot. Do it from the bottom one. From the bottom one. And end the turn. Okay, and then we should be able to, if we attack Mount Squighorn and take that this turn, then that will give me the valor I need to unlock the first segment. Just so you guys can get a peek of what's underneath.
The dwarfs need me.
Oh, give me the other one, dude. Okay.
You know who I am. How can I
Take
help?
this on and auto resolve. And there we go. And occupy that, please. And I have the province secured. Cool. Alright, valor rewards. So we've got 55, so we can purchase 1. Let's purchase the +8 armor. Okay. So you can now see that it's updated, so you've got a little sliver of the rune behind it. So another 7 unlocks, and then you can actually get the rune itself. So let's just jump out of that. So the rune itself allows for summoning of miners with blasting charges once per battle. I've tried to make it look like they're breaking through the rocks. I think it kind of looks okay, but yeah. So that's his change. Bellegarde, there's nothing to show in the way of changes. He's just received a bunch of nerfs. Poor Bellegarde. But I think he was the most overpowered of the lot of them. The Ancestral Renown system was very, very good for him. Alright, so I'll just jump out of here and I'll go to the Bretonnian things quickly before I wrap up. So let me see. Let's just go browsing. We need a new window. Let's close those down. Alright. So let's go and browse to the modding. Warhammer. And then we want Bretonnia. And which one is it? I can't remember if it's Crusade Progress or Crusades. That's that one. Screens. And then Banner Awards screen PSD. Let's need to open up Adobe Photoshop. No. Move that over there. So I think this is the right one. Yeah, that's the current one. View. Let's get rid of those guides. All right. Okay, so this is what. Let's zoom this in. It's a bit small. Come on, zoom in. Oh, come on, it shouldn't take that long. Okay. Alright, so this is what the screen will currently look like. And it will have, these are the banners for the races that you've had a successful crusade against. So, at this point I think there are 14. At the moment I'm uncertain how I'm going to have you interact. Hey Sherlock, interact with the races. I don't know if at one point I was contemplating a banner per faction, but there are so many factions in the game, I think that might be too much. So it's probably going to be a banner per race, but I have to figure out. I can't have it so that you attack a really minor faction from that race and then get the banner. You need to attack one of the big boys. So there might be a limit that, you know, you'll only receive the banner if you have a crusade against one of the factions with a legendary lord, or you might be limited from doing a crusade against smaller factions. So I've yet to decide that. So when you've received your banner, it will show here, and then you'll be able to click on them, and it will change this section here. And the name, of course, will change based on the ones ideas I've had from people. There've been some fantastic ideas. I've got them all written down. I haven't chosen any yet. So if you've got any more names you want to throw at me, you know, please add them in the comments on the video for this, because that's where they all are. So that section will then show these are the bonuses and the penalties that you will get. Now, I don't want to make the penalties too bad, but I think with these banners it might need to be a bit of a give and take with them. I plan to have it so you can update the banners as well. So you will be able to use Chivalry to purchase upgrades to the banner. So as you can see there, 50 Chivalry to gain the following bonuses, so you'll get those. Each banner will probably have 3 tiers of upgrades, which means if there's something like 15 banners times 3, well, you've got 45 different tiers that I've got to figure out. These black circles up the top, these will be different for each of the Bretonnian factions. So Leon Leoncoeur will have different crusade bonuses, which is what these are. These are the crusade bonuses. So he will have different crusade abilities or bonuses than what Repants will have. Although there will be 1 or 2 that they will share, which will be decided later upon. This circle at the top, this is who your current crusade target is. And I have that so that it acts like a clock when it counts down. I just have to find the right part. No, it's not in here. It's in a different image. Targets. Right, so these are all the targets that I have thus far made up. So you can see we've got Dark Elves, target the Dwarves. I haven't decided on which one of those 2 icons I want to use yet for the Dwarves. You can target Empire, Greenskins, High Elves, Lizardmen. I'm thinking about making Marienburg an individual target of their own. There's your target for Norska, that's the Skaven target. This is the target for the Southern Realms. Tomb Kings, Vampire Coast, Vampire Counts, Wood Elves. There might be one or two I haven't done yet. What have we got here? These are their banners. That's not what I want. I did have something where I had... It must be in this. It must be Crusade Targets PSD. That one. Let's grab that. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. That's the one. So let's just close that screen for a moment. No, I do not want to change my thingies. And let's zoom in. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is... Let's change this from Carcassonne to... Who do we want? Who do we want? Let's make it Kislev. Alright, so we'll change it to Kislev. Alright, so that's the Kislev target. And I've got it so that you have how many turns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So you have 12 turns to complete your crusade. And as the turns count down, the image in that top section will just start to tick away, and it'll start to turn into a black icon, well, no, dark brown, I suppose. And then when it hits that, your crusade is finished and you've run out of time. So that's where that's at. So I've done a couple little test things, but no major work has been done on it yet because I decided to do the 1.1.0 update to Ungrim and the dwarves. Let's have a look what's in the chat. First of all, blah blah blah. Also, is it possible to make more than one Grand Crusade? Hated that you can make second one from vanilla. More than one Grand Crusade. Well, you'll be able to do one crusade. Well, you'll be able to do multiple crusades against a race. So, say you want to crusade against who's good. The Skaven. Say the Bretonnians are crusading against the Skaven. You can crusade against each of the legendary lords factions for sure. So you'd be able to do at least 6 crusades, but you will only be able to gain the banner once. To have a banner per faction would just be too much work, I'm afraid. What else do we got? Hammond, wow, very excited about all these mods updates. Oh, thanks. Little Draw. Also, it's like New War by Greenskins. It's a little bit like the War, yes. That's what I'm hoping to have implemented. Sounds cool. A banner made of dwarven beards. Okay. Sounds like something that will be in the first pages of every Grudge book. Yes, it will certainly make them grudge you. Little Draw. No extra target for Skaven Blight. Not directly at this point. It's just a generic. You can target Skaven Blight because Clan Skyer is there, but it'll just be the generic Skaven banner. So those images are still a kind of work in progress. So I'm not quite sure if those images will be the ones that end up in the final mod. What else am I working on that you guys might be interested in? I'm doing a little bit of a collaboration with Cody Bonds. I'm not sure if it's in a position to speak too much about it, but I'll just give you a quick preview of what the image looks like. I won't say much about what the thing is going to be, but this is the... I don't need to put that down there. This is a UI for something I'm working on with Cody Bonds. So it's kind of like a Robin Hood feel, and it's a little bit like the Dark Elf guy. What's his name? Malice Darkblade. In that the thing will go into the two sides. So yeah, it'll drip into the red or dip into the green. So that's a work in progress. And along with that, I think there's another one. What else do we have? So that's Bretonia stuff. There's not much else really for Bretonia. What else do I have in the works? Was I doing anything for... I did have something in the works for Lizardmen. Where is it? The Medallion of Chekwa. I can't remember if I put the new screen in there or not. No, maybe I did not. Was that the one? No, that's not the one. That's the 1D. That's Divine Plex, Table of Great Plan. Nope. No, I don't really have anything else at the moment that I can show off that's in a really interesting state. Oh, let's close that down. And we'll close that down. And yeah, let's close it off there. So I think I'll end the stream there. There's not really much more for me to show off with the Hammer of Grungni. So as I mentioned, that will be released on the workshop tomorrow, version 1.1.0. Appreciate any feedback you give. It's all welcome. The Slayer, the two new Slayer units probably need a bit of balancing, so don't be afraid to let me know if they your thoughts on those. Yes, but apart from that, yeah, it's been great. So thank you very much for joining me in this, my first attempt at live streaming. I got to admit, I was very nervous this morning about doing this. I don't know how it's gone. So please put any feedback in the comments, on how you think it went. And if this goes down well, then who knows? I might do some more in the future. So thank you very much for everyone who joined me, for everyone who commented, and for everybody who watches the channel and engages with the content, either it be likes or comments. You have all helped the channel grow a great deal in the past 6 months, and especially in the past month. The growth in the past month has been remarkable from the recent videos. So thank you very much, and I hope everybody has a great day or has a great sleep if it's time to go to bed. So I'm gonna log off now. I'm Grey Tiger, and I'll catch you in Monday's video. Catch you later.